Hello my friends, and welcome back to The Long Dark Interloper in our quest to survive in a frozen, post-apocalyptic world. My name is Sprocket, and currently we're here at this little cabin just on the edge of Coastal Highway. I can hear in the air the sound of an aurora beginning. And we've got a fire to keep ourselves warm and 4 rabbits that we need to harvest. So we've been trying to make our way.
It's getting too heavy to carry.
Trying to make our way out of the territory. We keep struggling with hunger. So these rabbits are going to be a nice addition to our calorie supply. Let's go ahead and get some water cooking while I harvest some of the meat from these guys. And I'm hoping, since we have the aurora, that we won't have a windstorm that will come and blow out our fire. Okay, 11 minutes with the knife, 14 with the saw. I'll go ahead and use the saw. At some point here, I do need to try to fix up this saw, as it's getting a lot of wear and usage. Okay, I hope the wildlife leaves us alone. Especially aurora wolves, that would be bad. Okay, we got some wind. Ooh, that's not good. Fire might be in the wrong location here, but I couldn't get one started behind the cabin. I tried earlier. Let me try it again. Let's see if we can. See if we can put it around the back side here before our fire actually blows out. Oh yeah, we can. Okay. We need this meat, so I've got to get another fire going. Also, we are super low on matches. I think we're down to 6 or 5 matches. And matches are life in this game. If we can't get a fire started, we can't boil water, which means we're going to die of thirst. And
that didn't work.
Also, the calories we get are going to be greatly improved if we can cook the food we catch. You know, we can't live on cattails forever. Although I will say, in the last episode, we did find a bunch of cattails. They have been... Oh my goodness. Okay. Astrid. Astrid, I need you to focus, honey. This is like attempt number 4 or 5. Alright, pay attention. Go slow. Slow is fast. Fast is slow.
Come on, little fire.
Oh, Astrid. Okay. Well, maybe our tinder's wet or something. I don't know. All I can say is it's a good thing we have that extra fire going behind us, and we got our torch. That might be a record.
That didn't work.
This might be a record. Alright, try it again. Is it because of the slope, maybe? It's kind of tripping her up, I think.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Or the aurora. I think she's on edge. There we go. Alright, we got some coal. We can throw the torch. Water's done. So now we got 2 fires. Maybe we're actually okay here. But I'd rather have 2 than 0. Okay, now we're back to... Alright, I'm going to do more water. There we go. Oh, you know what? I need to drink a tea, like right now. Let's drink this. Treat our affliction. There you go. And we got a little calories. We're getting kind of low there. Okay, let me make sure I'm not actually carrying anything. Okay. I don't want to attract aurora wolves right now, if I can help it. So I had a great comment in the last episode that we should have shot that wolf because we can eat predator meat for, you know, until we get rid of our affliction. So that's a great comment. Let's grab this. Man, I can just see our calories going in the red. That is crazy how fast we're losing calories right now.
Can you eat trees? 'Cause I'm gonna.
Alright, let's check on these. Are these done? Yeah, let's get some proper food. Okay. Well, I guess we didn't need the extra fire after all, but it will kind of speed things up here. Ooh, maybe they're all harvested. Okay, water's done. Let's pick this up. Put this on. Ooh, 5 minutes. Okay, let's should we cook some tea? Do some mushrooms. Let's make sure we have plenty of mushrooms cooked up. Our life depends on it, guys. That's a beautiful night. Having the moon come up. Okay, there's no meat on that guy. A little bit on that one. Nothing on that one. Alright, let's grab this. 0.6 kilos. Yeah, we'll use our hacksaw. So guys, I'm excited for this episode because we are going to be heading into new territory. The Ravine. Hold on, I gotta make sure this doesn't go out. We got 1 minute. Actually, you know what? That's fine. 1 minute remaining. And it's cooked. So now we got the fire going behind us. Let's take our last piece of meat. We got 21 minutes on this fire. And we'll do some more mushrooms, I guess. Water is done. Yeah, so we're going to be heading into the ravine and across the train tracks, like the big train bridge. I keep forgetting the name. It's either trellis or trestle. I think my dyslexic brain wants to mix those up. I think it's trestle. We're going to cross a big old rickety trestle. Do some exploring in that area, but I'm really excited actually for getting to Mystery Lake and the camp office area. I think that'll be a lot of fun. We might find what we're looking for. A bedroll, maybe a pot. Some more matches would be nice. I'm looking forward to a nice long sleep tonight. Okay, I actually do need some more torches, I think. I'm going to grab a few torches, just make sure we have plenty. If we're going to be exploring the Carter Hydro Dam, I think we're going to need some torches. We're about ready for bed here. Okay, tea is done. Can pick that up. 4 minutes till done on the rabbit. Yeah, so last episode we could have killed that wolf if I had figured out that I was crouching. I could have taken a shot at him. I'm just used to, you know, the last playthrough I did get level 5 archery, which allowed me to crouch and shoot. So I think I was just confused about having to switch back to not knowing how to crouch, I guess. Alright, let's light a torch. We'll use this one. That's fine. Okay, we're not smelly. I did take a moment before I started recording. I did drop the maple saplings inside to get those curing, because I knew I would forget. I would go to sleep, I would forget to put the saplings down. Alright. Got a very nice evening.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay. Do we want to read the laptop? It always is kind of jittery, isn't it? Visuals. I'll take a look at it. I might just read it real quick. It's not much to read, is there? What does that say? Barren catch today. Winds picked up and turned offshore, so I had to come in early as expected. Oh, looks like a bad fishing trip, maybe. Well, let's get a drink. Make sure we're nice and hydrated for the long hibernation we have ahead of us. We're going to go for 10 hours. I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, good morning. Let's get a drink. Actually, let's see. 28 days we've survived. Now let's get a drink. Had a very strange dream last night, guys. I dreamed that here at the coast, we went down to the ocean and it was filled with orange soda. I think it's because on this difficulty on Interloper, we do not have orange soda for some reason. We've got grape soda, but orange is our favorite, and it only appears on the lower difficulty, so we have not had a single orange soda. Anyway, the entire ocean was filled with orange soda. We went out swimming. It was just so nice and tasted delicious, that orange soda. And I guess you could call that dream, it was a fantasy, like Fanta the orange soda. A sea of orange soda, a fantasy is our dream last night. We're going to pick up our saplings and get the day started. Okay, we're going to drop a few items we may not need as we head out. I do need to remember to harvest some of the cattails. You know, I remember picking up these rabbits, and I think I had the intention of maybe harvesting a gut or a hide or something, but I forgot to. So they're probably just going to despawn here. I don't really need the guts or hide. It's going to just make us smelly as we travel. Let me see if we need any cloth, though. Got 3 cloth. They're a little bit heavy. Be nice when we get our technical backpack. And by the way, guys, you may be wondering why I'm carrying all this stuff, right? So we did start to craft the sled. And so a lot of this is for the sled, but I did bring a couple rabbit pelts and a couple extra guts that are cured because we have so many back at the Quonset garage. We had 2 bears worth of guts. And so I'm just kind of spreading the wealth here, bringing some cured guts. They're not smelly. They're not going to attract attention. All right, let's take a look at what the day looks like. If it's too cold or windy, we may just stay here. I've got things I could do. I could craft up some more mushroom tea, things like that. So let's see what the day looks like.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Okay, not bad. It is a little bit on the cold side. It might be worth waiting until it's a little bit warmer. Let's carefully go down. I'll get some cattails. We can always go back inside and warm up. Oh, I do see some coal over there. I've only got 1 rock. I do need to grab some rocks. And our friend the bear could be back. Gotta be careful of the bear. He does like to come even right up here where I'm standing. And of course we got that wolf that was there last night. Yeah, you can see my my cold meter is already down to halfway just for this short duration we've come down here. Oh wait, did I miss the coal? I thought I saw some coal. Oh no, we've got a storm. Alright, let's get back. It's very loud.
My fingers feel numb. Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Okay, we barely made it before we started taking cold damage there. Let's take a look at our fuel situation. So I do have 9 pieces of coal, 5 sticks, a little bit low on the tinder plugs. Man, I can't believe how many times she failed. I think that might be my personal record for how many times she failed in a row. That's alright, as long as she doesn't fail when it counts. So we're down to 5 matches, guys. 5 matches. We gotta make them count. Do I want to harvest a rabbit and leave the stuff curing? I think more important, let's check our clothing. Sort by condition here. Yeah, we do have some poor quality clothing we should probably fix. We did get level 2 mending, I think, in the last episode. Our poor hoodie. Maybe I should fix this. There we go, 87%. Every little bit helps. And we'll do the jeans. Okay, we failed. So now let's get some more cloth. We can just use our hand. Got a storm. We got to wait out. They typically go about 2 hours or more. Sometimes they last the entire day. And as we approach day 50 on this playthrough, it just gets colder and colder all the time. Which is part of the reason why we need to keep moving. Yeah, we'll take these two. Why not? Okay, let's get a rabbit. Let's get a hide and a gut. It's quicker if we use our hand. Hour and 4 minutes. That is a long time though. Our calories. Man, we're just burning through the calories. Alright, we'll do it. Hour and 4 minutes. Let's see if we can outlast this storm. We did not bring any reading books with us to level up our skills because we can't focus while we have parasites. I wonder what kind of parasites they are. Or maybe I shouldn't wonder. All different kinds of parasites. There's the 20-something adult parasite children that don't want to leave home, just live in the basement. That's my attempt at a joke there. I shouldn't say that because housing is so expensive now that it's pretty much just common for the kids to live at home. Guess that is just the way of the world now. It's just way too expensive to buy something. Although I will tell you guys, my experience, you know, so my little cabin's about this size anyway, the one I built. And of course this is way smaller than the typical house these days. But I will tell you, I think we have, man, how do I say this? The houses we live in today are unnecessarily big. Like, we don't need them that big. You think of the pioneers, people of old, they, like, entire families would live in a house this size just fine. And that's my experience from building a cabin. I bring my family up there, and we can live in that thing for a week. And it's a little cozy, you know. We sleep right by each other, but we don't need big old houses. And so I don't see how it is that we could have so many people homeless and super expensive houses. We could all just live in little things like this, and I think we'd be all right. Anyway, I can still hear the wind outside howling. I do want to try to fix my jeans one last time. So we're trying to wait out this storm. I'll try it again. Okay, sounds like the wind has stopped. Nice.
I need anything right about now. I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay, it's still pretty cold, but at least it's not a blizzard. Okay, let's go get some more cattails. Just trying to look for wildlife as we come out of our safety spot. Okay, please don't tell me it's another blizzard. By the way, is this an oak tree? Right there? Are there going to be acorns up here? That is not an acorn oak tree, at any rate. One thing I am looking forward to as we leave the coastal region is we will start to see ptarmigan. We can start shooting the ptarmigan. Man, look at our poor health. Our hunger, I mean. Just getting so low. These cattails are going to really be a lifesaver. You know, I probably didn't need to harvest those that stick into more tinder plugs because I forgot we got all these cattails. We're going to have plenty of tinder. I hope when we as we go into the next area, as we transition, that's the right word. As we transition into the next area, I hope the weather changes so it's not quite so windy. Okay, we got a steep one here. Somehow I gotta find my way back up to the train tracks. It's gonna be a very steep climb, I think. But yeah, if we didn't have these cattails, it'd really be kind of a bad situation. If we do this right, we may be able to get all the way to the trailers outside the Carter Hydro Dam without having to use a torch. Not quite sure how we're going to do that though, because we will probably get cold. Once again, we're down to 5 matches. Our survival is hanging on how we use those matches, so I don't want to have to try to scare a wolf away if we can help it. Alright, got a couple more cattails here. I should make a note in our message log about today as far as drinking a tea. Maybe I should just drink one now. Let's just do that. I'll just drink a tea now. If we do happen to double dose, it's not that big of a deal. We're not really hurting for mushrooms. And we do need the hydration and the calories anyway. But I'll try to remember. We've already treated our parasites today, so we don't have to take another mushroom. So what is today? I think, let's take a look at our affliction. 16 of 20 doses.
Gotta warm up somehow.
Okay. What is today? You know, I'm going to look at this log here. Okay, so we're on day 30. This is day 30. So let's quickly leave a note. So instead of day 18, let's call this day 30. And we'll just say treatment. Yes. Okay. It's not quite so cold now. That's good. Temperature is still going down though. I wonder if maybe I should go to the trailer and warm up again. So I'm not really going to have a way to warm up once we leave this area. You know what? Our health is looking good. I'm just going to go. We can rest up later. We're just going to go for it. Say goodbye to the old coastal highway. This is probably what we would call home because of the Kwanzaa garage. It's kind of our base. So it's a little bit sad turning our back.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Okay, I've got a nice clear day for the ravine, which is actually what I was hoping for because I do love to see the trestle with good clarity. There it is, guys. We are going to be crossing the railroad trestle. That old rickety thing always makes me think I'm going to fall when I'm walking across that. Be kind of funny to come this far through the apocalypse and die to something simple. Reminds me of the guy we saw in the last episode, Fred, our feather farm. Thinking it's kind of ironic that he made it this far into the apocalypse, only to die to something as mundane as a branch falling off a tree and hitting him on the head. A little bit ironic. This whole bridge is rickety. There's been a few people who've died on this bridge. If you have the automatic walking turned on and you forget to pause at that little break, you can just walk right off.
If I don't warm up soon.
Okay, we are taking cold damage, which is unfortunate. I mean, we're just barely cold. Be nice if we could get just a little bit better clothing. We could avoid taking damage on days like this. But anyway, we're just going to press on. Is that coal? Okay, we got coal now. This would be the perfect time to make a fire with the mag lens if we had that magnifying glass. Easily, we could get a fire started with no matches right now. Got a beautiful sun. Clear skies. Okay, we gotta eat something. Let's eat some cattails. Can't wait to get some pancakes. Yeah, so as you know, I'm hauling a heavy bag of flour and some maple syrup. And you know what? It's not really about the pancakes. It's about the thought of the pancakes that is driving me. Something giving me just a little bit of hope. Something to push on for. That's a nice picture right there, coming through the tunnel. So off to our right, I think we're going to have a little clearing area where there can be some rabbits. Oh wait, I guess we have one more bridge. Got one more bridge to cross, and then there's a little clearing. I would love to stop at this cave and make a fire, but honestly, you know, I should probably jog. Probably run. Just because of how cold we are, we're taking some damage. I should check our hypothermia risk. It's pretty low, actually, but we are taking damage. I am afraid if I run, of course, we're going to burn through the calories even faster. Yeah, it really kind of jumps up there. I might just carry these rabbits. I'll probably kill a rabbit or two and just try to carry them to the next, to the trailers up ahead. So we're not going to be attracting predators. There are no predators in this area. There's a rabbit right there. Which way are you going to go, rabbit? Oh, he's coming towards us. Okay, let's get another rock. I think I heard another rabbit over here. I also want to look for birch bark. Ooh, mushrooms. Alright, rabbit, where are you? Taking cold damage, we gotta hurry.
I could eat anything right now.
Yeah. We do need to eat some more food. I'm probably gonna have to get some cattails. Alright, rabbit, where are you? I know there's gotta be another one here. There he is. He was up on the rock watching us. Okay, let's eat a cattail. Where is it? Food? There it is. Oh, there he is. Thanks, little guy.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Yeah, I know, we're heavy. I think I'll drop the sticks in here. I've been collecting some sticks. Is there any good loot here? Got some beef jerky. Some firewood. Let's drop our sticks here I've been carrying. Don't really have that many, actually. Drop some cattail heads. Check the backpack, and then, you know what, we might actually be warm at the back. Oh, hey, we got another heavy hammer.
Thank you.
We might actually be warm back here. Yes, we are warm. That is great. Okay, we're going to harvest these rabbits while we warm up. I probably should eat some cattails first. Let's see, where are you, cattails? Let's eat a few of these. I don't have to stop quite so often. I'm just shoving them in our mouth. We're so hungry. There will be some more cattails up ahead. Okay, that's probably good. Let's harvest these guys. 28 minutes. We're going to use the saw again. Try to speed things up. I don't want the weather to change. I want to try to have some good warm weather while we travel. Slowly warming up. It's a lot better than taking damage. Okay, I don't think we need to harvest any more from those guys. We just need the meat mostly. It'd be nice if I was fully warm, but I think we just have to go. Sun is setting. It's getting late. Could potentially be some birch bark here. Oh, we do have more mushrooms. Any more birch bark? It's a lot of trees for not much birch bark. Unless I'm just not seeing them. Well, maybe as we travel, I'll tell you guys a ghost story. I've been listening to some Zen teachings. It's been kind of interesting while I'm at work. Listen to some Zen stories and things. And there was one particular Zen story of a ghost. So there was a man and a woman who were deeply in love. And the woman told the man, "If I ever die, I don't ever want you to remarry. You're just only faithful to me, even in death. You never will remarry because we're just so much in love." And the woman did unfortunately get sick and die, and the man was heartbroken. And for a long time he didn't remarry, but he was lonely. And after a time he did meet another wonderful person in his life and ended up marrying this woman. And so then his deceased wife haunted him. By the way, I gotta kind of focus here. So the deceased wife would appear to him every night and tell him what he did that entire day, and if he had talked to his new wife or spent time with her in any way.
Sure getting cold.
His ex-wife, or I don't know, it's not ex-wife, his deceased wife would come and haunt him, and he'd have trouble sleeping at night. His conscience was haunted. And so he went to a Zen Buddhist monk or teacher or, I don't know, enlightened one, and asked for help. And by the way, how do I get up on this? Probably have to come up on that train right there. We're going to leave the deer. Can I get over here? Oh, come on. Let me out. Guess I have to backtrack. Gotta drop down, I guess, from up there. We're going to start taking damage again. But at least there's no predators here. So we got this big wind. And we couldn't have a torch going. I am carrying meat, of course, so I'm smelly. Okay, we're going to try to drop down on top of that train, I think.
Too cold. I think.
There we go. Alright, let me down. Okay, drop. Can we drop? There we go. Okay, taking cold damage. Okay, so this man, he goes to the Zen enlightened one and says, "I need your help. I'm haunted every night by my deceased wife. She won't let me sleep at night. She recounts to me everything I do, everything I say." And the wise teacher said, "Well, here, I want you to take a handful of beans. Don't count them, don't look at them, just take a handful of beans, and next time the ghost comes, you say, 'If you really are a ghost, then you will tell me exactly how many beans are in my hand.'" And so the woman appears again, the ghost. And when he confronts her, he says, "How many beans do I have in my hand?" Because she's recounted everything else. Like, if you know so much, you know everything about me, you know everything I say, everything I do, then tell me this. How many... Oh, come on. How many beans do I have? And she couldn't do it. She didn't know. And so the Zen teacher explained that it was a figment of his imagination because the ghost only could tell him things that he already knew. And because he didn't know how many beans were in his hand, the ghost didn't know how many beans were in his hand. And after that, the ghost didn't come back again because he realized it was his own imagination that was plaguing him. All right, little rabbit, we need you to join. Oh, shoot, that was close. We already took our medicine. Why are you complaining? And I'm out of rocks. Okay. I do need this rabbit, guys. I need this food. I just need to focus. Let's find out where this guy went. Get some height. There he is. There we go. Thank you, little guy.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Alright, we gotta hurry now. That heavy hammer is really weighing me down, in addition to all the other gear I have. There's another cave up here. Could seek shelter there temporarily. Try to warm up a little bit. We are going to regain a lot of our health tonight when we sleep. I think it's worth it to save a match at this point. But I don't like it. I do want to get warm if I can. So we'll go into a cave, warm up a little bit. And then we don't have that much farther to go to get to the trailer for the night. Just around the corner. Gonna kind of zigzag through these trees, see if we can find some birch bark. Next time we make a fire, we're gonna make a healing tea. There we go. Got some birch bark. Doing our grocery shopping now. Getting some fresh meat, getting some birch bark, maybe some cattails. Alright, I need birch bark, please. I can't afford to be out in the cold much longer. Can't afford to be using matches. It's not quite life or death at this point. Don't really need to use a match if we don't have to. Okay, there's a cave around the corner here. Duck around there. Try to get warm. Seeing this kind of rough landscape here does remind me of the cougar. I'm actually pretty glad we did not choose to have the cougar join us for this one. I think I'm going to struggle just enough as it is. I don't really need the cougar causing problems. Alright, let's see if we're warm inside this cave. We can take a little bit of a breather. Do hope we're warm. Got a climbing rope. Okay, that's going to be for the ravine, isn't it? Okay, we are warm.
It's getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
So we can harvest this other rabbit while we're warming up. 13 minutes. You know, I'm going to do it by hand. Let's try to extend this warming up period a little bit. Additionally, I could craft some mushrooms and things. So we can drop that now. Do some birch bark. Got the moon coming up.
I could eat a horse.
Yeah, we're getting hungry again. Let's do some acorns, I guess. Or rose hips. I don't know. We've got so much food and things we can craft. Sounds like the wind has stopped. It's kind of nice.
Getting a bit thirsty.
Yeah, let's get a drink. I bet it's a beautiful night. We might have some more feathers here. You know, I'm going to leave a note. Let's go back where it's warm. I'm going to leave a note about that rope. If we come back to the ravine, we're going to want to know where that is. I don't want to carry the rope with me right now, but I do want to know that it is here. So this is the ravine. We have one rope in the cave. Oh man, what cave is this? This is, how do we describe this cave? Cave by Pleasant Valley. No, this is Mystery Lake. So we have one rope in the cave by Mystery Lake. That's where we are right now. We may want to come back this way and drop down. You know where that train wreck was? I was climbing over the trains there. We can actually climb down into that ravine area. But we gotta have that rope to do that. Grab these birch saplings, get these curing at the trailer. So we're very smelly. Once we leave this area, there's going to be wolves, possibly. Just have to hurry. Try to make it to the trailer. If I have to light a torch at this point, it's not that big of a deal because we do need to cook the meat that we're carrying. I can hear the wildlife coming out for the nighttime. Probably don't need to grab that. We're so heavy. You can hear a deer. Let's see if we can make it back to the trailer before the cold sets in. You know what? I will look up here really quick for some birch bark. Got some birch trees here. Want to make sure we get birch bark if we can. Got another rabbit over there. Got a deer. Oh, 2 rabbits. Oh, I don't have any more rocks. Birch bark, thank you. I do need rocks.
I've never been so hungry in my life.
I know we're hungry. Maybe there's even going to be some cattails here. Alright. Where'd you go, rabbits? We are hungry. I don't want to mess around too long here. I may even just leave and come back later if we need the food. Oh, I think he saw me. Yeah. Crouched at the last second. Too late. But he's coming back. There he is. Right in front. It's kind of a hard angle to hit him at. Oh, that hit him. I know that hit him. It bounced off him. I'm actually kind of turned around. Okay, I need to eat. All right, let's just go. I do need to come back here and check this way. In fact, you know what? Should I just... Let's just do it now. Let's sort by weight. I'm going to drop a bunch of weight here. Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Now drop... No, I can't drop that.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
We're still... Oh, man. Guess we are pretty heavy. Let's just go to bed. We'll go to the trailer. Let's eat some cattails. Let's eat some more. A rabbit friend has come back. Oh, that hit him again. I know it hit him. These rabbits are tough. There's one. That's the same one, isn't it? All right. Ooh, burst spark. Last chance. Ooh, the moon's coming out. So we've already had our medicine today. I wonder where she's complaining. Yeah, I'll take it. All right, let's go. Oh, another rabbit. Hurry, 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 hurry. Got him. All right. Poor health. All right. We are out of here. Let's go. Don't regret it, though, guys. I know I'm making some people squirm with my health, but I need this food. We are just cooking through the calories so fast. I can't afford to keep using my cattails. We're almost back to safety. Alright, got all our gear here. Hello, rabbit, again. Go for a Hail Mary here, maybe. Oh, whoops.
I'm starving.
Alright, we're out of here. Let's go. Got some coal. Down to one rock. Alright, rabbit, you get to live. We've got to get out of here. Let's switch to the torch. So we may have to deal with wolves once we get into the next region here. Ooh, and we're hungry again. It's going to be hard maintaining our well-fed.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Okay, we made it. Trailer is straight ahead. Go inside. Warm up. Harvest the rabbits. Sort out all this heavy gear we have. Getting that heavy hammer is actually going to be really nice. If we want to do some ice fishing here at Mystery Lake, we could use the heavy hammer to break the ice. Keep the ice hole from freezing. We do have 2 or possibly 3 tip-ups in our inventory, which is also partly why we're so heavy.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
See if we can make it the night without having to use a match. That would be nice. Could do cooking in the morning, because we're going to have to travel past the wolves and things anyway. In the morning we
need a horse.
could use a match.
I don't have horses.
Okay, we made it. Let's get inside. And we're warming up. Excellent. Shoot. It's really late. I probably should harvest these guys. You need to make sure we don't run out of calories.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Let's eat some cattails, I guess. We could do a lot of cooking in the morning. Okay, let's get a drink. Harvest this guy, 24 minutes. I'm going to use the hacksaw again. Looks like we won't have any trouble sleeping for 10 hours. We're going to be exhausted. Okay, let's harvest this guy. Those were some fat rabbits. Now, do I have a birch bark tea already prepared? Let's see. I don't have a birch bark tea prepared. I would drink it if we had one prepared. Regain a little bit of health. So this guy, I think we already got his meat, right? Yeah, we got his meat. We can drop him. This guy, we got his meat. Drop him. That is it. Okay, look at all this nice meat we have. I think we're going to drop it outside. Before I forget, I will drop our saplings. Oh, whoops. Sort alphabetically. I hate it when it does that. Let's drop these. And that is everything, right? Okay.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Let's drop the meat. May as well put a mark on the on here. You know what? Yeah, I'll just do an X. That's fine. Okay. Okay, we're ready for bed. Let's make sure we have enough calories to heal up during the night. These cattails are saving my life right now. All right, that's probably good. Let's get a drink. All right, 10 hours of sleep. I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, good morning. We've survived 29 days. So we're currently on day 31 now.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
31. So let's go ahead and drink an herbal tea first thing. Or should we, you know what, I have to make a fire, right? Maybe I should heat up a tea. That's gonna prolong our warmth bonus, I guess. Maybe I'll wait on that.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
What? Oh yeah, we gotta search. That's what I want to do. Simple tools. We dragged some simple tools here all the way from the Kwanzaa garage. Do a little bit of tidying up. I'm going to straighten up the chair too. Okay.
I think I can use
nice.
This.
We have been putting a lot of wear and tear on our current sewing kit, so it's nice to get that. Got some calories from a candy bar. So right across from us, from this trailer, there is the Carter Hydroelectric Dam. Pinnacle Peaches. Nice. We are going to be searching that dam when we leave this area. We're going to make our way into Pleasant Valley through the dam. Okay, I guess we could drop these guys outside.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay, I think we need to use a match. I don't like the look of this storm, though. Let's go to the next trailer. Get a torch out just in case. Ooh, I hear ptarmigan already. Let's see what's in this trailer. Got a crate we could break down for fuel. You know, I may keep this spray can because we already have one that's kind of getting kind of low, I think. 80%. Sure, we can drop that. Got some beef jerky. Got a bed here. Having the heavy hammer is nice. We can actually use it to smash furniture if we wanted to. That's what I'm going to name my heavy hammer, Hulk.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
You know, Hulk smash. Because he likes to smash things. So, name of our heavy hammer is the Hulk. Okay. Decision point here. Do I make a fire and cook up this, all this rabbit meat? Use up a match? I think I will, because we're pretty likely to find more matches here at the camp office and in the Carter Hydro Dam, I think. So let's get a fire started. Let me see how much firewood we have. So we got coal, sticks. I'll just break it down by hand, I guess. 15 minutes. What time is it? Yeah, we'll just do it by hand. Alright, let's get a fire started. Now, in theory, guys, we could make a fire up by the truck. And get even warmer in the truck. We could also attract wolves.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay, I got a game plan here. I'm gonna get a fire started. Somebody said to start the fire in the back of the truck. Don't think it's gonna work. Okay, I'll put it right here. Okay, I do want to attract a wolf because I wouldn't mind shooting a wolf, but also I do want to go down to where the ptarmigan are and the cattails down below us.
Come on, little fire.
And I might want to harvest stuff down there, and there usually is a wolf right down below us.
Perfect.
Let's use a coal. Why not? Okay, I'm gonna pick up this meat. Let's see if we can get a wolf to come. Okay, we might have some company here. While we're waiting for a wolf, we can do some work. Oh, I should drop the tea. Huh. Should get some tea warming up.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Yeah, I can hear those ptarmigan. Did you guys hear that? We have everything we need to kill those ptarmigan. We got the fire-hardened arrows.
I need to find food.
Alright, come on. I can hear you, ptarmigan. We're gonna be coming for you. Guys, I don't think there's any wolves nearby. They would have already come, so I will drop these. I think I'm just going to be pulling wolves from across the map. Okay, 9 minutes. Let's see. It's just past time, I guess. Let's cook a birch bark tea. This food is so good. Eight minutes till ready. I'm gonna drink it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna wait. Our health isn't that bad. No, I'll drink it. Probably could use every little bonus we could get at this point. Do some water. 18 minutes. Okay, we're gonna craft some more things. How about some acorns? Six minutes, 3 minutes. Keep the meat coming. Maybe we'll get fully fed here. I'm gonna leave the saplings here, guys. I'm kind of worried about our weight situation.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
You know, I usually use the other trailer. Let's do that. Sorry guys, I keep changing my mind. I'm actually just going to take it to the camp office. Let's do that. At least doing that saved my progress, so I wanted to do that anyway. Okay, 19 minutes till ready. Not smelly. We can craft some birch bark. 10 minutes. It's enough time for some acorns maybe, or do some rose hips. We're almost completely fed here. Okay, I think we might just want to head out, actually. I do want to check out those ptarmigan. So I've got a decision to make. Do we want to stick to the train tracks and go get the ptarmigan and head that way? Or do we want to kind of branch off this direction, which takes us to like Allen's Cave or something like that, where I think there can be a bedroll. Might have to go that direction. There's also lots of cattails along that way.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
So I might go that direction. Do a little bit of cooking, so when we come back this way, we do have some food already cooked to eat. Teas are all nice and hot. We're healing from our birch bark tea. We're also leveling up our cooking as we cook these rabbits. Need to keep an eye on the fire so it doesn't go out. Okay, this is going to be good. When we come back this way, we'll have some meat to eat. Looks like we might have a storm coming in. Not sure how I feel about that. How are we doing for torches? We've got a few good torches. Okay, I think we are just about done. Let's craft one more mushroom. May as well get full. 43 minutes left on the fire. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Let's drink a hot reishi tea. I'm going to put this, we'll put the rosehip tea into our canteen. Take a torch. Gotta make sure we have a torch in hand as we're going past all these wolves. And that's it. Okay. Let's drop this. We'll use this one. Oh, you know what? We never did search this truck. It's got a gun book.
This will come in handy.
That is not going to come in handy. A scrawled message. A new cave has opened up to Milton, near the old trapper's place. Earthquake? Okay, we might have to go there. Let's save our progress. Gotta go inside the building for that. Oh, there's some mushrooms over there too, aren't there?
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Might have to check out those mushrooms. Okay, by the way, guys, right across the road here, this is the dam. Carter Hydro Dam. This is like the back entrance or something, I guess. So we'll have to check that out. At any rate, if you made it this far into the video, I do want to say thank you so much for coming along. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please take a minute, press the like button, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Hopefully you are already subscribed so you don't miss out on the adventure, but most importantly, guys, I do hope to catch you in the next episode. Take care.
Thank you.